Good morning. Good morning.
You're not in it for the money.
So I'm headed to the doctor. My first appointment of the day. To the heart doctor. See what he has to say. I know my echocardiogram was normal, but my pulmonologist is still concerned to know why my heart rate is so out of whack. I mean, it never goes below 90, and it's been as high as like 130, 140. And last night, it was horrible. Like, it wasn't necessary. It was like 107, but it was like it was like my heartbeat was like beating out of my chest. It was so scary. It was the last part of the video that I'm about to upload so I can have storage. When I tell you I was like afraid, I really thought I was gonna pass out last night. So I'ma just have to be committed. No being lazy, no cheat days, no nothing. I'm gonna just get my behind up and should I go this way? And cook. Like, no cheat meals, no nothing, just cook. So that's where I'm at, because I'm assuming it had to be the food that I ate. That was just like an overload of stuff that I had no business eating. But that lasted literally for like 20 minutes. Like, I felt like I was gonna throw up. My chest was hurting. I was sweating bullets. I mean, I don't know. It was scary. So, I read over my overnight pulse ox, and remember I was telling you, she was like, oh, well, I'm not worried about it because it's artifact. It ain't artifact, because I know for a fact when my oxygen was below, was in the 80s and stuff. So when I read it closer, pretty much like my oxygen stayed within 87 or below for like 2.5, 3 minutes. And Medicare requires your oxygen to stay at that for at least 5 minutes or more. And that's why a lot of people do the 6-minute walk test. And I don't know how I'm able to do that stress test and it not drop. Like, seriously. Because if I'm dropping at home, I don't get it. And part of it, I wonder if their equipment, because literally they're still using the same pulse ox from when I worked there. And the reason I know is because it's a pretty big pulse ox. And I mean, I'm like, is this thing really, is it even accurate? And I think that's why they send people home with the overnight. But I rather like, is there not like a 24-hour study, excuse me, that I can wear just like the overnight? I'm gonna actually call the company that I had to find out, because I know I'm not crazy. But my question is, even if it didn't stay for 5 minutes on this overnight, because the reason I'm up, I'm moving, I get back in the bed, it recovers. But my question is, why is it even doing it? Like, that's not normal for a person's oxygen just to drop because they're up moving. You feel me? So hopefully he can give me some answers.
Yeah. The only person that gets
I'm gonna pay attention to the road,
George W.
a lot of traffic because of school, and I want to make sure I have enough memory so you can listen to what he has to say.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, God. What's up? Why are you wearing a mask?
Oh, I just got over the flu.
Oh.
So, yeah. Don't need anything else.
So what's up, darling? What's going on?
So,
How are you doing?
I've been better, I guess.
Yeah? Are you about the same, worse? What's the deal?
So, I started having, like, chest pain in, like, October.
Okay.
I kind of just, like, ignored it because I didn't feel it was cardiac or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But my oxygen level keeps dropping in the 80s.
Right.
My heart rate,
Goes up?
it's, like, as high as, like, in the 140s, 150s. So, I did the pulmonary workup. Everything she said on their end was good. But she was really concerned about my heart rate.
Your
And my heart
rate? Okay.
Yeah.
And who are you talking?
My pulmonologist is Dr. McAtee in Alabama.
Okay. How did you get to Baptist? Or you just...
All my stuff is at Baptist. And it was trying to get in, I guess, here.
Uh-huh.
They ended up working me in with you.
Uh-huh.
So I just told them to just do it at Baptist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Look, everything looks good. And again, the heart rate is going up. It's jacked up because if you don't get oxygen, the heart rate has to double its activity.
Exactly.
So what is going on with the lungs?
Yeah.
Do we know?
No.
Ugh.
They've never, I'm like so over it because even when I did the overnight pulse ox, it dropped in the 80s. But she's like, well, it didn't stay that way, and I think it's artifact. I was like, it's not artifact. I was like, it keeps happening. My potassium, last month was the first month that my potassium has been normal. It's gotten as low as, I think, 2.6, 2.7. Nobody knows why. I'm just at my wit's end. Like,
so this Dr. McAtee, excuse me. He or she?
She's a nurse practitioner. Her husband's a pulmonologist.
Okay, so really? They work together? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So what does the pulmonologist say? What do they say?
All she's saying is it's not my lungs. I've had a stress test, and for whatever reason, my oxygen never drops with them. And I'm like, okay.
How about, I don't remember if we did CAT scans and stuff like that in the past.
I don't think we did a CAT scan, but we did a heart cath.
No, I know, but we never did a CAT scan in the lungs?
I don't think anybody.
You've never
I have
had a
not.
CT
Well, I mean,
scan?
in like 2014 when I was on oxygen, I just had like a VQ scan to make sure I didn't have a blood clot.
But not a CT scan? Not even the pulmonologist, McAtee, did say what?
Yeah. I'm just... I sit at home and not really go, like, I hate going to the doctors because I'm just, like, fed up with everybody.
Yeah, because I'm not getting any answers.
So, but I'm like, well,
All right. You need a CAT scan, all right? Who was your pulmonologist before McAtee?
The pulmonary group here, pulmonary critical care.
Yeah,
Wade, I think it was Wade.
Yeah.
I didn't like him. So that's why I went back, because I used to work for the group in Alabama. So that's why I went to him. And what happened, what prompted the echo is she was like, well, your heart's enlarged on the x-ray. And I was like, you've said this before, I've had a cardiac workup, and it's not. So
She should be focusing on lungs.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy.
I probably should have saw her husband, but he has crazy hours, and I didn't want to be there till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
What?
Yeah. When I worked for him, we would work till 5 in the morning. I swear to God.
Stop.
I swear.
What? In the office?
Yes.
People show up at night?
Yes. And Foley, like, he's like
he's the only
best.
guy?
Well, there's a couple others that suck. So he saved so many lives.
Yeah.
Like, they literally wait for him. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay. This is what we're going to need to do. We're going to order a CAT scan.
Okay.
All right? Of your lungs.
Okay.
We'll get that done here.
Okay.
And then I think it's time for you to see a third opinion.
Okay. I agree.
Okay. And there's a guy here with our Pensacola lung group here.
Okay.
I shouldn't say our, but the Pensacola lung group here is an independent lung group.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy who comes from UAB who is very good, and I think
Okay.
he would get a new, fresh set of eyes. Maybe he sees something in a different light.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good to me.
And you know, the university guys see a lot of weird stuff, so maybe they
Exactly.
can help you. Okay. Deep breath. One more. Great. Okay. I'll get you hooked up. Cardiac wise.
I know. I was just checking it off the list because it's on
Good seeing you here. You hold on to this.
That's your copy. I
Okay,
have a
cool.
copy.
Now give me 1 second.
Okay. Thank you.
Cheryl,
Mhm.
we're just going to do the same thing. PRN,
Okay.
you just call.
Yeah, that works.
We'll put all the stuff in.
Okay.
Get you going. Go from there.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, good to see you. Hold
Good
on a
to see
second.
you. All right, guys. So I'm done with the doctor. It is 9:40, and I'm like super excited that my appointment was at 9:15, and I'm already done. So he was really frustrated. I did get some footage, so I'll check it. Because he's just not understanding why they can't figure out what's going on with my lungs. He feels my heart rate is high because I'm not getting enough oxygen. It's not my heart. So he is ordering a high resolution CT scan with and without contrast. And he's also sending me to a third pulmonologist. So I'm excited to have someone else, you know, evaluate me. I mean, I don't understand. So I'm down 2 more pounds despite eating stuff that I didn't have any business eating. I'm gonna stop by Dollar Tree because I need to get a couple organization things for my projects for the kitchen, and then I'm gonna head home. Easter has a hair appointment. She didn't go to school because she had a low-grade fever when she went to the neurologist yesterday, but she should be good to go to school tomorrow. But her hair, she's not been able to have a hair appointment for like the last 2 weeks. So it's time for her to have a hair appointment. So I texted her hairdresser yesterday, and she had an opening. Because the difficulty's been because we were thinking she was gonna go to school, so we needed something, you know, at 4 o'clock or after. And then her hairdresser got sick and couldn't, you know, I guess she was trying to play catch up with the other clients. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. Go to Dollar Tree real quick and get this out of the way and get back to the house. So I'm excited that it's not my heart, which I knew my echo was normal, but I just want answers. So let me run in here and I'll be back. Alright guys, I said I was going to start vlogging when I'm in a store, but this was the hood side of town and I didn't get a buggy, which I probably should have for all the stuff that I had to carry, but I was trying to get in and get out, and I'm glad I had my mask on. You got people hacking in line like they ain't got no doggone sense. Can't stand that. So I brought more hand sanitizer while I was in there because I'm in the van. Just to re-wipe my hands off, like it's just people, it's just ridiculous. People, like, I don't understand. Like, you should watch the news to know that there is a flu epidemic, and people keep saying, like, I mean, heck, I was one to say I thought it was just my sinuses, but like literally it was sinus and chest congestion that I had for like 4 or 5 days. Then I started having a fever that turns into the flu. So people, should just go to the doctor when you start getting a sniffle and demand that they test you for the flu. You know what I'm saying? Like, this mess is out here killing too many people. All these different things. A lot of this stuff is man-made anyway, just for other people to make money, and I firmly believe that. But I'm trying to do whatever I can to protect myself. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to get my infusion next week, because I'm still congested in my head. And then if it gets overwhelming, then it gets into my chest, or I start wheezing again. So I'm not really sure yet if I'm going to get that done or not. What that was, it just fell. But I got a whole lot of stuff, which I'll do a quick little video on separately to organize the kitchen. And my goals are, when I get home, I had a banana and a few grapes on the way to the doctor, so I'll probably just eat 2 of my muffins because they're small or whatever, and that'll be my breakfast. And hey guys, so I'm headed to appointment number 2, and it's about 30 minutes away. I said I was going to leave the house at 2:15. It's 2:25. Dealing with my husband. He was like, you ain't gotta leave that early. And I was like, I know the traffic that I'm about to hit on this side of town, which is in a whole different county, but I know I'm gonna hit it coming back. It's gonna be horrible. So hopefully this doctor will be on time, and I don't get caught in the 5 o'clock work traffic. And I wanted to go to Bell's Outlet while I was over there, but it just depends on what time I am done, because my appointment is at 3 o'clock. And I don't know, we'll see. So I have a video coming out for my pre-spring cleaning organization. I'm working on the kitchen, getting that done. So I was able to do a bottom cabinet and the junk drawer. We have 19 cabinets in our kitchen, so it's going to take a minute to get everything, up to par, because I need to make space for certain things that we have in the garage that will be coming back into the kitchen. Some stuff, a lot of stuff we're donating, but some stuff we've been looking for, and we don't want to purchase again if we already have it. And I've already seen stuff that I just went and purchased that was in the junk drawer that I just repurchased. So yeah, so I will come back. I don't want to waste up too much film, because I want to be able to record this video also. So hopefully it'll be good news from the This injection did not work as good as when my other pain doctor, who's on maternity leave, when she does it, it literally will last me 6 months, if not longer. So I don't know if my back is getting worse, because I am still hurting. There's an area that's still numb, and that's weird to me. There's a lot of issues, and I'm wondering if, did you hit something? Like, when I have to get ready, if I have to pee, I have to go, or I will almost pee on myself. And that has never, happened. So I'm concerned about that chronic pinched nerve at my S1 nerve root. Is it a different level up now that's messed up? I don't know. So, he did say I could have a different type of procedure to help with some of that. The numbness in my feet is excruciating, and leg pain, spasms. So I really don't know his game plan. I'll list it out, hear what he got to say, and, you know, pray about it. So I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm pretty livid right now. So I'm sitting, it's like 4 o'clock, waiting to see the doctor, right? And I'm like, dang, this doctor, like, you know, 30 minutes in, I text my husband, I was like, man, I'm still sitting in the, you know, the waiting room. Finally, at 3:50, they come and say that, first, I take it back, at 3:45, they say he's running about an hour behind. Okay? And then the nurse comes and says, well, he had an emergency at the ER and he's not going to be back. What? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you know, there's nobody else we can see because the physician's assistant is like an hour and a half behind with his own people, and then you have to wait for him to see you. So people were rescheduling, so I'm like, okay, it was time for my refill. I've had this bottle of pain medication since November, so I will be out by the end of, you know, probably like Saturday. And I don't take it like is necessarily prescribed, only when I'm in a flare, which is now, which I haven't had one to, you know, taking a pill today. But it's just like I'm so frustrated at this point. So I'm like, okay, so when can I see the doctor? Because I'm following up from this injection and I need, you know, my medication. And she told me the 26th. I said, no, I said, okay, but it has to be a solution for my medication right now. Just like, you know, you guys are making solutions for other people that are in here. So she was like, let me get with the nurse. And the nurse was like, well, when are you going to be out? And I told her. And I said, look, he's not even my doctor. I said, I see, you know, the other doctor who's on maternity leave. She was like, oh, no, we know. So she was like, well, she went in the back, and so she talked to one of the other doctors that has done my nerve study before, and she said, well, he's in a nerve study and he's got about 20 more minutes left, so she's gonna have his nurse call me and he'll write a script that I can just pick up on my side of town versus, you know, this 15 minutes versus 30 minutes away. I just said, okay. And she was like, well, he probably won't give you but a month's supply. I said, that's fine. I don't even care. There's like you can't just tell a person that he has an emergency. And I'm just sitting here listening, like 90% of the pain management doctors, probably 99, they don't even do on-call anything with emergency. So I'm thinking to myself, what kind of emergency do you have? And then they're saying, oh, he's going to be out of town starting the 15th. And I'm like, it sounds like he just wanted to be off early. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. So that just really irritated me. Because I was like, I have to get back so I can have Easter's medicine at a certain time. Because my husband is at track practice. She's at the house right now with Jace. So I'm like, I can't sit here for no 2 hours waiting for some doctor or some PA that doesn't know me for me to say that no, this injection didn't work, and he's going to tell me I need to see the doctor anyway to get scheduled for something else. And at this point, I'd rather hurt until my doctor comes back in April or May or whenever the heck she comes back and wait for her, because this is just unacceptable. I'm just like, what kind of, I'm whatever. So I'm about to turn my gospel music on to calm me down and get off of this side of the island, because it's an island by the beach. I'm just ready to get off this side of town because the traffic is horrible. They have construction. They're building a new bridge and it's almost 5 o'clock, so the traffic is, you know, crazy.